There has been a recent upset in Greek life at Furman due to a policy change that is said to begin in fall 2020. This policy requires that there can be no more fraternity houses, which was decided without any input from Greek life students or any students in general on campus. Considering a good portion of the students on campus are involved in Greek life, whether they are a part of a sorority or fraternity or not, there were a lot of opinions from confused students going around after the announcement. In the past, there were physical limitations on which people and how many people could be included in a network, but with today's network awareness, the word traveled fast. One particular student decided to go on change.org, a website for online petitions in which you can acknowledge who the petition is to and have the right to get as many signatures as possible to show public opinion on the matter or issue. The student's name is Jackson Robinson.
I'm Jackson Robinson,
who is the president of the Interfraternity Council here at Furman, and made the petition because he believes the decision fails to consider students' perspectives and could potentially harm admissions, student satisfaction, enrollment, and Furman's national reputation. How did you find out about Furman's decision, and what was your initial reaction?
So we had a meeting on Wednesday night. It was joint council, so it was both the Panhellenic Council and then the IFC Council was there as well. And Neil Jamerson and Connie Carson both came and presented this decision to us. It was the first I had ever heard about it, and everyone was kind of shocked that it came out and blindsided by the decision, and it just kind of devolved into kind of questions and discussion about it that were pretty heated.
Why did you create the petition, and what do you hope for it to accomplish?
So I created the petition because I am the president of the Interfraternity Council, and the council decided that we were going to stand up against this decision, and so we decided to create a petition to see if students really were on our side on this. We really just want the school to reconsider the decision, to talk to students in the process of making the decision, and really consider the anecdotal evidence that we can provide and listen to our voices at least.
Why does Furman wish to take away the houses, and what do you think of it in terms of fairness?
Yeah, so a few reasons. So the main reason they cite to us is health and safety. They've presented some data that seems questionable to us. They haven't really given us much of the actual information, but all the things we have been given has been very questionable data that doesn't really tell the story that they think it tells, I think. And I think everyone who's seen it agrees with that. So they claim for health and safety reasons. On our behalf, we don't think it's very fair because we think it'll actually make a very marginal impact on the health and safety side, while taking away a really important part of our organizations and our the student lives at Furman.
What do you think the fraternity houses provide student life with? And how do you think it will affect the school and students when they're taken away?
So I really think they provide just that safe space.
One, for students to be kind of away from campus. Furman can be hard sometimes, stressful, and kind of the houses provide an environment that you can kind of get away from that and be kind of yourself with people you know. It also provides, like I said, a safe alternative for underage students and also of-age students to be together without having to, be in riskier environments.
It's like a safe space to a lot of people. That's how I've heard it described a lot. You can go out there and be with people who really know who you are and kind of feel away from everything for a little while.
Do you have any further messages for why the frat houses should continue to exist?
You can talk to many students, many alumni, parents even, who say that those houses are a good thing for students. I've spoken with alumni who graduated before I even got to Furman in the past week. They've called me to tell me to fight for the houses, and that those places are where some of their favorite memories.
Within just 2 days of the petition, over 8,000 people have signed in an effort to combat this decision, and a town hall meeting took place on Friday, November 22nd between 10:30 and noon, in which Neil Jamerson and Connie Carson came to speak to both Panhellenic and the Interfraternity Council regarding policy changes being enacted. Unfortunately, after the town hall meeting took place, Mr. Jamerson and Miss Carson have refused meeting with any students or groups in an effort to focus their time on working through the decision planning. But there were still plenty of students prepared to share their opinions on the matter.
I think first and foremost frustrated by it, simply because I think of the lack of communication that took place between the administration actually making the decision and Greek life themselves.
I think it was not a good decision, and I really think they should have consulted the student body more.
After reading the email from Furman and kind of reflecting on the town hall meeting they had, I felt situationally that students did not necessarily have a fair voice in this decision.
I feel like it's like a bad and a good thing at the same time, because frat houses are supposed to be like where it's fun and stuff like that, but at the same time there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on in them, so it's kind of understandable.
Did you sign the petition against it? Why or why not?
I did, because I think this is a terrible idea. I think it's a big nail in the coffin of Furman's social life.
I did not, because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I did sign the petition against it. I just disagree with the process behind how the decision was made.
What do you think fraternity houses at Furman add to student life and the community? And in what ways do you think taking away fraternity houses will affect the school and students?
I think it gives students who aren't like on an athletic team or something like that, like an organization or something to be a part of that's not just school.
I believe that it provides a safe and controlled environment. I have felt much safer and been able to enjoy myself a lot more the times that I've been at fraternity houses versus the times that I have been off campus.
It's still not going to protect students from doing things under their own discretion. Extremely important, I think, to the Furman community, because we all have found wonderful people in the fraternities and their organizations, and some of them were through our encounters and our ability to go to these houses and experience those.
It's impossible to know where this decision will lead Furman Greek life in the future, but with good network awareness, you'll never be out of the loop.